It's about not what you say, not what you show, not what you present. It's about what was heard, what was interpreted, and what did they see. It's from the audience perspective. And so I believe that being one of the 6 principles is essential, because if you want to be heard, if you want people to walk away with, I got it, then you got to focus on their hearing, their seeing, and them being the end user. Information is just information, and it's hard to interpret if it's not organized, if it's not synthesized, and if it's not told in a way, in a story, where it can be interpreted. And so for me, that's another fundamental part of the audience. It's really linked to the audience. You want to be able to have the audience get a sense of the story. So one of the things we learned when you're talking about your business, if it was in a newspaper, what would be the headline, and then what would be the first paragraph that supports that headline? So for me, that's the storytelling piece, because that again helps people better interpret and better understand. For me, training is about redundancy. Redundancy is about skill development. But training is such an important function because everyone has to be trained. So how are you training? Are they learning data? Are they learning facts and moving on, and they learn it just enough maybe to pass an assessment or what have you? Or are they learning, internalizing, interpreting, and it's becoming theirs because a story is being told, which was one of our functions where we use present as well, but it's an essential function because it's a huge communication arm within any organization. A lot of times we can kill people with slides, presentation, PowerPoint overload, and data overload. You want to be able to share insights, not data. And an insight is pieces of data that lead up to a real insight. So you want to be able to share insights, and you want to be able to share the relevance of the insights and the context around it and connect it. So it goes back to the storytelling. I think the platform itself and present and what you are able to offer, it crosses industries. And so, but in order to be great in each of those industries, you have to have those industry insights and talk the language within those industries. I mean, it's amazing. Within a single company in the same industry, there's a totally different language. You know, the language at Global Blood Therapeutics compared to when I was at Biogen is a totally different language, even though both companies are in the same industry, the same sector. So if it's different within a company, you can imagine the different sectors, it's going to be a different language. All of our content, once we receive it from Present, will go through our compliance, and if it was R&D, our regulatory, and they would have to approve the design, the visual, all of that. And so that was very helpful, because now what you have is you have tools that have already met the standard from your compliance team or regulatory or what have you, which now allows you to work freely to develop your communication so that you can be impactful. So that last one is very essential, because now you're providing what the organization needs, but we know that it's done in a compliant manner.